Hey Blitzers! Today we have something very special for you to celebrate May the 4th. Our associate artist Emily hosted a draw along today with our Jam City teams, and we thought it would be perfect to show you as well. Today Emily will be showing you how to draw the R2-D2 and C3PO emojis from our Star Wars collection in DisneyEmojiBlitz. I enjoyed it so much, so I just know you will too. Before we blast off, just a friendly reminder to log into DisneyEmojiBlitz today to get your free gift. To celebrate May the 4th, the team has sent you a special emoji. Also, please stay tuned until the end today because we have a special Star Wars Day emoji sweepstakes for you all as well. Okay, let's get to drawing.
Hi everyone. I think it's going to be useful to have a ruler for this because especially R2 tends to have a lot of straight lines, and I know not everyone, it's not the easiest thing to do. We're going to start with R2 first. The first thing we're going to do is start with like a wide C curve. It's pretty much is like most of its head. So you might want to take it slow because it's a tricky shape to perfect in one sweep. And then from there, you're going to drag down the ends a little bit and then round off the corners. And this is where a ruler will come in handy. You want to connect these two so it's like a flat edge, which I'm going to use my Photoshop hack, which makes it straight for me. All right, then we're going to go from top to bottom because he's got, a lot of details in there. Starting with, there's a line at the top of his head, just like a little bit down. And usually I like to draw it first, and then we're going to go in and erase it in a second because it splits into two parts. But this is where the eraser comes in handy. And then to the right of that, he has this little knob that we're going to draw, which is like a trapezoid shape. After that, we'll move down to his like main, kind of like an eye panel, I guess. But that's going to be like a longer trapezoid shape, like this. That also cuts in a little bit here and continues down. Then from there, you can give him his eye, and like a lot of emoji, they have this classic oval eye. Oops. Which you can fill in, and because he is a robot, let's give it a little bit of a shine. To the right of that shape, he's got a few other squares, just like, random mechanical parts. And we're pretty much halfway done. This is where it gets kind of tricky. It's pretty detailed at the bottom. He's got all these, like, I'm not sure if it's paint or just like indents of sorts, but I like to start with the bottom line, and again, you're going to use the ruler for this if you can. But that acts as a good guideline for what we're about to do next. So I'm going to start with his little, he's got a little circle. Not sure what that does, but it's like another little knob. And then to the right of that, he's going to have two more rectangles, which kind of connects to the outer edge over here. And then these kind of continue to form almost like a belt when it gets all together. Here's another one. In this little blue panel, there is a light that changes blue and red, which we actually have in our emoji for the different expressions. Another rectangle. There's going to be 3 more in this space. Skinny one right here. And then another one that connects to the edge. And then in this little panel over here, there's like some details. I think in the real R2, it's like a very detailed little electronic panel, but just to simplify it, we're gonna split it into two squares and add some circles. This is just a sketch. And yeah, that's pretty much R2. So next we're gonna do C3PO. All right, so C3PO has, he's got some straight lines, but he's definitely got more like curves to his shape, and his overall head shape is kind of like an egg, like an upside down egg that's chopped off at the bottom. So I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start at the top, make like a little guideline, and come down. It's almost like a long C. Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, think of an egg, however you want to draw that, and feel free to just trim the edges. And we're going to flatten it out with another rounded corner. I'm actually going to reshape this a little bit. I'm not quite happy with my shape, so I'm going to try it again. That's better. All right, so we got the hardest shape done. Everything else is just kind of building off of it. So I'm gonna start with drawing a line like down towards the bottom here, which is gonna be his mouth. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but it's a good guideline to use. And from there, we're gonna draw these 2 rectangles that are kind of like, I don't know if it's part of his mouth, but they kind of remind me of like Frankenstein's design. And then the shape is kind of just like a G almost, is the line. And then from there, he's got like a fin kind of ridge at the top of his head. So you're gonna wanna follow this original line you made and try and keep it as parallel as you can. You go to the top. And then right at the point is, top of the head is where it kind of jumps up a little bit. So it's kind of like a little triangle almost, but it's going to be rounded. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And I find it easiest to go from, depending on, I guess, you know, I'm not left-handed, but for me, I'm right-handed. I go from right to left because it just feels more natural to go up and then down. And at the top there's a circle, and then the ridges also have some lines. You can count out 5, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. All right, and then we're ready to do the rest of his face. So sometimes I like to draw some guidelines to help place the eyes. You wanna and keep them light because we're gonna erase them. So one down the center. And then about like halfway in this like egg shape is where his eyes will sit. And he also has the classic emoji oval eyes, so we're going to draw that. And they're kind of a tricky shape, so circles are hard to draw. So if it takes you a few times, that's okay. And we're going to erase the guidelines on the inside. And C3PO actually has pupils, unlike a lot of emoji. Because it's really, I think it's, part of his likeness. And then on the inside, he also has these lines. Because his eyes aren't quite human. So from there you can erase, actually I would keep the middle guidelines, but you can erase these like, the eye line one. And then we're gonna use the middle to create, he's got like kind of like a brow. We're just gonna start horizontal and then kind of hug the shape of his eye. So it's gonna be like a sideways V almost. Very symmetrical, which is great for drawing. Now we can go ahead and erase that other guideline. And then last thing, we're just going to give him a little mouth at the bottom, which you can draw on top of the existing line, because we're going to fill it in. And yeah, that's C3PO. His eyes are a bit wonky compared to the size of this one. Now, if you want a real challenge, C3PO is not complete without R2D2, and his power-up expression actually features R2 in it. So if you wanted to give them another shot, you could copy his power-up expression and put them together. You can't do this on paper, but you can kind of get an idea for like the placement of them. And then C3PO is actually worried in his power-up expression because he is always freaking out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. C3PO and R2D2.
Wasn't that out of this world? I just love seeing some of my favorite Star Wars characters come to life as emojis. Emily is truly amazing. Before we go, I want to announce a new sweeps in honor of May the 4th. For this video, we'll be gifting the brand new C3PO emoji to 4, because it's May the 4th, random comments in our Star Wars Day emoji sweeps. We love celebrating Star Wars Day in DisneyEmojiBlitz, and we're always excited to expand our emoji galaxy. What's your favorite Star Wars emoji in DisneyEmojiBlitz so far? To enter, let us know in the comments below and include the hashtag sweeps. We will randomly select 4 comments and reply with instructions on how to claim your prize. Be sure to check out our description for full details and rules. Well, I hope you all had fun here today. If this video inspired you to draw your own C3PO and R2D2 emojis, be sure to tag us using @DisneyEmoji on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Our artists would love to see your creations. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, happy blitzing. Oh, and may the 4th be with you.